Look at that. Hello everyone, J-Shock here. Today we're gonna have a look at February 2022 new release Castle J-Shock watch, which I'm sure all of you guys have seen them by now. I mean, I'm filming this literally on the 22nd of February. That is how late I am. I haven't been publishing a video for about a month. That's a record for the channel. Anyway, there's like one unfortunate thing on top of the other. It's almost comical when I think about it. I mean, last video I made was on this guy, the unboxing video. As I'm filming this video, right? No, before that, just after I published the video, right? On Monday, I got food poisoning. It like totally ruined the entire weekdays. And as I'm filming this on Thursday at the same week, this little guy, all right, she bit the tip of the corner of my screen of my phone, which I mean already due its date. This thing should be broken years back. This is iPhone 10. I've been using this for about 3 years time now, and finally broken not the phone, just the screen. I could just replace the screen. All should be good. But anyway, I decided just to buy another phone instead. I mean, been 3 years time, right? And I got the iPhone 13. Been using this to show the display of the camera right now. Put it over here on Chinese New Year. So went to the mall to buy the phone, and after we went back, yeah, my son got sick, so that's another week ruined from fever. And then, you know, I got sick, and then my wife got sick, so I have a feeling we got COVID straight from the mall at the time, something like this. And then, I mean, the COVID case get rising, the daycare had to close, my wife have to work from home. I can't do work at all. That was a record. Wait, yeah, she's fine. She's fine. There's a box down here, basically where she always sleeps. So yeah, still confused. Anyway, guys, a lot of things going on, but now I'm back. All right. So let's have a look at all this G-Shock watches. I'm sure all you guys already see. I mean, all of this has already been released. The first series one on 11th, and then on the 18th. The last one that haven't been released yet will be the Rubik Cube collaboration GAE 21RC-1AJR, which will be out on 25th of February. So yeah, 20,900 Japanese yen, which is, well, fair enough for Rubik's Cube. I mean, that thing is legendary, right? A lot of fans out there, though not for me. I tried that, I still couldn't solve them. Anyway, guys, what I like about the watch is that it is featuring this texture watch face, which is great. I like the heading that they're doing. I hope to see more of this on other G-Shock watches as well. But other than that, I'm not a big fan of the bezel, though. Instead of just using white and black, they could have used a lot of other colors. I mean, look at the Rubik Cube cells. They have green, orange, yellow, red. They could have made the bezel, I would say, this light green, which gonna make it pop even more, or perhaps orange. That will be a lot cooler, much more collectible. You know, orange bezel, red band or blue band. That is very contrasting. But instead, I just go with black and white. Well, such a shame there. But the box looks pretty nice, and I have a feeling this will be very collectible in the future. Looking at how the color is almost retro-like, and notice of how the tone on the watch, the yellow, the blue, the red, is exactly the same as the one on the Rubik Cubes that they're using as an example in this image over here. That is precision in coloring. That is very cool. Okay, and yeah, that's it for the Rubik Cube. It is carbon core model, you know, quick release bezel, which is great, so you could change them if you wanted. And then we have 3 more resin version, 14,800 Japanese yen. This is from the Neon Color Accents, which they already released years back, but on a different model, of course. GA100 series. I made a video on that, the black with pink accent. This one, obviously, GA2100 with black, all of them just black with some orange accents for this one, green accents for this one, blue accent for this one. But what makes them interesting is the display. For the blue one, blue display, orange display for this guy, and green display for this one over here, which is awesome that they could color the digital LCD accordingly. That is so cool. And then we have this SKL GA2200 SKL-4HF skeleton from the reference number, but they call this the sound wave. I don't know if sound wave looks like this or not. Anyway, guys, a red version Really nice. The color red, the transparent glossy red, really looks like all of those previously released limited edition collectible rare G-Shock watch. Normally they look like this. For example, the Frogman, yeah, both Frogman, right? The vintage one and the new one look like this, and I have a feeling later in the future this specific color will be pretty collectible. Not so much for this smoke color version, GA2200 SKL-8 AJF at 17,600, though I like the fact that they also colored the display to purple. Very cool. Alright, then we have this GA900 version. I have a feeling they already released something like this before, but yeah, this is just one with transparent band as well. White adapter. It looks very nice. It is a skeleton GA900 series. Very beautiful watch, though it will get yellowed over time. Just keep that in mind. Speaking of which, there's 4 more model that is skeletonized, but in this case more of a silver gold color accents in the face. GMAS110, 2 colors, smoke and green, and they match it up with gold and silver accents on the face. I don't know why, but this watch tend to be used to be very popular, except this time in small size version. Here's another one, GMAS120, which, well, a great G-Shock watch. It works exactly the same as the 110, except the design is different. And the one problem that I have with this watch, I don't think I mentioned this before, is the fact that they uses a 4-dot method, 4-dot, to display a indicator. One over here, 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 here. If you either mute the watch or auto light on or off indicator, they are very hard to use. I mean, barely noticeable. In this case, the watch is small in size. Yeah, I don't know. I prefer the 110 version more. Just an opinion. Same price point, 18,700 yen. And then we have this fire package version, 4 models now. The last time the release was based on the G Squad model. Now they are focusing back on the basic stuff. Where is it? Here it is. AWGM100SF-1A5JR at 26,400 Japanese yen. Black and rose gold colorway, positive display, a beautiful, beautiful functional watch with a special packaging. And here's another one. GW2220SF-1B5JR at 22,100 Japanese yen. Basically a digital version of the AWGM100 actually. One thing I like to say about this model, by the way, this is one of the few underrated G-Shock watch that is from the vintage years but still in production up to date. Aside from the Square and the DW6900, this is one other model that people rarely talk about. There's a vintage version of this watch, and it's pretty interesting to see that Cass is still making this. It is very cool looking, very practical, has tons of functions, really tough. But the band, the strap, tend to break over the years depending on how you use the watch. That's from my experience of handling a lot of used G-Shock watch. Don't quote me on that, alright? I'm just saying. Okay. Here's another 2 model, a bit more premium, pretty much double the price. GSDB 400 FP fire package as well. Black, silver bezel with some blue accents on the face. Here's another one, GSTW 300 FP, a small size version. The 400 series just now is the slimmest GST as well. So small and slim, both fits just well, depending on your preferences. Now we're gonna have a look at this special model over here, the metal covered G-Shock, same as one I'm wearing right now, and that will be, where is it? Alright, GM110MF-1AJF matte finishing, and that is new. Something that they should have done way back when they first introduced this thing. But I'm not sure if you guys realize, I have, this is just my opinion, this specific color, the skeleton camouflage version, probably the best one yet, because it has the gloss finishing on the bezel. But because this specific one has the digital camo print laser edge on top of the bezel, it makes the watch has a bit of matte finishing on it. So it's a blend of gloss and matte finishing for the bezel. Same goes to the band as well. So it is the best of both worlds, something that I just realized after looking at the watch. This one though, of course, darker color scheme, smoky color, fully matte finishing, a lot better. But yeah, I'm good with this purchase. And then we have the Square G-Shock watch. This is the small size version, GM S5600, matte finish, 6JF, which is new. Purple color for the entry level. They've done this before on the premium GMWB 5000. Now it is coming down to the affordable options at 26,400. What makes this thing special is that it didn't have any lettering or laser etch lettering at all on the bezel. GM 5600 MF-2JF. Instead of purple, it looked like purple, it is actually navy blue. This one have G-Shock and protection laser edge on the bezel. GM S2100 MF, the small size version now with matte finishing. Oh, by the way, they achieved this matte finishing by using sandblasting method, which is very cool, which I thought to be very hard to control the fineness of the finishing. In this case, cast it really up, down, and so that makes the watch looks very beautiful. 27,500 Japanese yen for these gray versions or black version. Here's another one in new color, brown metal bezel, matte finishing as well, at 29,700. So this is the big case version, which I haven't owned yet, haven't made a video yet, even though I have it on hand. Let me show you guys. Here, this is the moon version. I bought this on December of last year. All right, it's already been early of December of last year. It's already been like almost 3 months time now, sitting there on the shelf. I haven't got the time to unbox it yet, even though I really want to see it, I really want to wear it, but I have to hold it because I haven't been able to even work. Anyway, last one on the list, something that I still couldn't afford despite of how long hours I was working. MRGB 2003 model, which is very weird. They've never done this before. They're releasing 3 of the same watch, just different color, all at the same time. They normally release this like, I don't know, one after another throughout the years. They spread it out, but in this case, all at once. Just an opinion. Maybe that's why they're releasing all this gold, so that they could make a new model with better functions or better material or better idea or better concept. I don't know, perhaps something different, something better later, maybe in the middle of the year, at the end of the year, something like that. That's why they're releasing all 3 at once. All black with blue accent, silver with black face, and this black and red version though, it looks pretty cool. If you look at all this image that they provide, it even shows the LED lighting of how it's gonna glow in the dark. Look at that. When you glow the white LED lights, it will shine all of the red accents in the watch and reflects it on the gold indices on there, and that is just beautiful, just gorgeous. Something that you can't get out of, you know what, any G-Shock watch yet. So that makes this thing special. This thing costs 3 grand. Jesus. Anyway, that's all I got for you for February 2022 new release Casio G-Shock watch, which I'm sure you guys already seen all of them, already out on the market. But just my 2 cents, something that I have to do every single month, late or early. I just have to do it, and then I'll start making the usual video. And again, I would like to thank to you guys for still watching, for still tuning. I apologize for not being able to make the videos on schedule like I always does. When you have a kid, you know, you gotta spend the time, focus on something else. You know, you can't just work. Anyway, that's at least what I'm doing now. Anyway guys, that'll be all. See you guys on my next video. Have a nice day. Has a nice, safe, healthy day ahead of you. Right, see you guys then.